Wait, what? Soresan's making a fairy tale episode review? What is going on? Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, fairy tale fans, and others who have some fun in this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today, yes, I am back making fairy tale reviews. The main reason for this is that a subscriber of mine, Janitor, wanted me to do them. And for those of you guys who are new to the channel and are wondering why I'm starting here, I used to do fairy tale episode reviews back when the second series started in 2014. I was doing episode reviews, but I got to a point where nobody was watching them, and I kind of didn't feel like making them anymore. So I stopped. And right now, because of sub of mine asked me for them, I'm gonna attempt to bring back the series, but I'm not gonna review anything between the last episode I reviewed and this one. I'm just gonna flat out, straight up start from this one. So I'm sorry if you wanted me to talk about the other ones, but I'm not going to. I apologize in advance. So, Janitor, here we go. So today's episode was essentially a filler, like the last, I don't know, well, literally the entire last arc was filler, and then I think we had like two canon episodes in between the end of the filler arc and now. I think there's been two, and this episode was kind of, it's a what a wonderful episode to start back up the series. But essentially it was kind of a mediocre filler episode. I don't know what is wrong with Fairy Tail right now, but like the first series, oh my goodness, those filler arcs were masterpieces. And then we get to now, and I have hated every filler episode that, I mean, not really hated every episode. I've disliked the majority of the filler episodes that they have put out since Fairy Tail 2 started. And this isn't any different either. It's not that it was like completely ass, because I've seen some bad filler episodes in other series, like straight up bad. But it's like compared to what they used to do, it's very bad. So it would be like mediocre in this case. So the episode starts off with Lucy, Natsu, and Happy. He and they're like on a mountain. Like they got a mission to get some ice from this mine, and it's supposed to be an ice that can't melt and you can't break it except with like special tools and stuff. And so they gave Lucy or whoever picked up the job like this little pen thingy which was infused with magic, and that was able to cut the ice. And it's an ice that heals with medicine. It's a medicine. It's also like with your skin, revitalizes your energy, and it makes food taste delicious. I'm sorry about my dog barking. It always happens when I record. I'm sorry, but anyways, and that's basically the whole point of the mission. So they go into the mountain, and unfortunately, a blizzard happens, and then they get set back. They lose their map, and they're sent to a ravine. As soon as they're able to get out, well, they're lost. They don't know where to go, and then they see a cave, and they're like, "Let's go in the cave." So they go in the cave, and they're gonna have some coolness. They're gonna chill out. Like, well, not chill out. They want to warm up. That's what they want to do. They want to like try to get themselves warm, and it's a cave that's made of ice. So the difference is there's no wind. So like if you guys don't understand, yes, ice is cold, but really when you're in a mountainous situation or when it's a situation of cold, the wind is your worst enemy. If you can get in a cave, doesn't matter if it's full of freaking ice, you better get the fuck in there. It's a lot easier to like warm up inside a closed enclosed space than it is outside. So they go in there to try to warm up, and then luckily they have Natsu, who's a fire mage, so they can keep themselves warm. And it's also a light. And then they decide, well, Natsu technically decides to like explore the cave. So they're like, let's go for it. And then, well, I mean, Lucy, like always, like not ready to do anything. They go ahead and do it. They walk in, and then they end up they basically get attacked by the cave, and then they're basically like are forced to go like downwards, further down into the cave by the cave. Like the cave actually like transforms a little bit and causes them to slide. And then at that moment we get. To be honest, I feel like all the time Happy's trolling. That's what it is. I honestly like Happy is like the perfect troll in this series. Like anytime something happens that involves him, just feels like a troll moment. Because the moment they're sliding down, he's like, "Oh crap! I remembered something. Levy told me that there was a cave in the mountains that was a living cave, and if you got lost in there, you were never gonna get out." And I was just like, "Bruh, that's where you're at. Like, hello, like." But they go in and then like they are stuck in the cave for like 3 days. No, they can't sleep, and especially Natsu, because if Natsu goes to sleep, the fire's gonna go out and they're all gonna freeze to death. So nobody can sleep. They can't eat because Natsu like they eat a little bit because Happy brought some food, but the last rations are burnt to a crisp because Natsu got like overexcited. It was more like he was trying to make himself prepared to use like his breath, but he pumped himself a little too much to give himself too much energy, and he ended up burning the fish. So yeah, no food, no sleep, no water either, because there's like, ice is water, but I don't know if you want to lower your core temperature by eating ice. That's a bad thing. But anyways, they start having hallucinations. Lucy thinks she's a freaking Oscar. Well, not. She's a novel. She gets an award for her novel, and then thinks that she found a freaking bath, and she like gets naked and shit. Goes in there, and it's like frozen water practically. And then Happy starts dreaming he's underwater chasing after fish, and Natsu thinks he's at a buffet, and he just starts chomping on ice because he thinks it's food. He's seeing food, he's seeing flames that he's like consuming, but it's ice. And so Happy ends up seeing Lucy as a mermaid. Like he doesn't think it's a mermaid, or he doesn't recognize Lucy, but he thinks it's a big fish, and so he's gonna eat her. And so he jumps on her and bites her head, and then that's when Lucy comes to, and she's like, "What the? What am I doing in the freaking? Why am I naked in this water in this frozen place? What is going on?" And then Happy's like munching still, like because he's like just completely out of it. And then like she freaks out, and then Natsu gets pissed because he's trying to eat over here, and he like punches the wall, which creates an opening, and then they're able to like go that way. And then they find the mystical ice wall. It's a wall of ice. Lucy, like Natsu tries to break it, but it can't. So Lucy cuts it because she figures it's the ice that they're looking for. And then this giant tentacle monster comes out of fucking nowhere and attacks them. They're able to get away, but the thing chases them outside, and then they use like a tree trunk to like slide down. Unfortunately, Natsu's as always motion or like motion sickness. And like Lucy gives him the ice that she just cut because it'll help him out to try to get away from the thing. And they're successfully able to get away. They practically kill the little octopus thingy, and it goes burning and dying to its death. And they're like, "We made it, yeah, awesome and crap." And then, unfortunately, Natsu just ate the ice that they were gonna take to the client, meaning that they're stuck doing it all over again, and the episode just ends. And like I said, it's filler, so it's just that ending was like completely pointless because it's not like they're gonna like address this ever again. Also, why Lucy was even more useless than she always is. I don't know. I don't want to put any hate on her. Okay, if you're a Lucy fan, well, good for you. But I personally think she's like the most useless character in the series. Like I understand she's she's the second main character because it's her and Natsu, but she's just useless all the time. And like this time, she didn't even have like that whole arc was just so bad and it was even more tedious because they had Lucy centered stuff without Lucy being able to do jack shit. And I hate those episodes because as much as I want to like Lucy, they make it so hard for me to do that. But this episode was also, I mean, it was, she didn't even have her keys. Oh my gosh, I don't even know anymore. But anyways, guys, I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's gonna be it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section down below. What did you think of the episode? I'm going to leave a link to the Crunchyroll because that's where I watch it. If you don't have a premium account, well, you're not going to be able to watch today's episode. But the rest of the series is on there already, so you can marathon if you missed a couple episodes. The account is like $7 a month. I also have, I think I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna give those away on Google Plus and Twitter. I have a premium account and I get like 2-day guest passes to give away. So I think I'm gonna do that every once in a while. So in case you want to watch the episode on a legal site, hit me up with a PM and then I'll gladly give you a code. It's only for 2 days, so you know that's a thing that I'm gonna have to, you gotta understand. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.